we are back and we are talking about personal injury law with Benjamin, a local attorney here. Again, For All Statewide Service Day is this Friday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And you can see the number on your screen in just a little bit, but we're going to keep answering your questions. So first, we have this from another viewer. What if a person doesn't have any insurance and they are at fault?
Well, unfortunately, it's not uncommon that some of the people who are driving the most recklessly on our roadways may not have a license and therefore may not have automobile insurance. So what is out there to potentially protect you? Number one, this does not mean that this person is immune from suit, and you can still file a suit against that person to recover from any of their personal assets. However, it's not also uncommon that these folks don't have assets. So what else? What are your protections? One of your primary sources of protection is going to be purchasing, when you buy your own insurance policy, what's called uninsured motorist coverage. This is essentially a service offered by your automobile insurance company to say, if you are ever injured by an uninsured driver, we will actually step in the shoes of that driver and we'll pay your losses as if that person had that insurance. It's a little box at the bottom of that application, and most folks may go by it real quickly, but I cannot emphasize enough how important it is that you review your policy, that you make sure that you've got sufficient either uninsured or even underinsured. And that's kind of a different provision that says even if the person who injures you has less insurance than you have, in those circumstances, your insurance can step forward and pay you additional monies. So that if you're going out of your way to pay a higher premium so that you're providing additional coverage, that should also benefit yourself. So one of the best ways to protect yourself from an unfortunate situation like that is going to be to buy either uninsured motorist coverage to protect yourself, so that no matter who were to cause your injuries, you're going to have a safety net to fall back on.
That's great advice. Okay, so another viewer says, my husband was bit by a dog while delivering for a well-known retailer. The lawyer we talked to said that suing them wouldn't go anywhere because of the severity of the bite. I know this is circumstantial, but would you agree that the retailer might not be at fault?
So this is going to be a case where you're going to have some overlaps between some different types of personal injury cases. So one is going to potentially be a workers' compensation claim, which is going to be the claim that you have against your employer. And the other is what's going to be called a third-party claim or a personal injury claim against the owner of the dog. The workers' compensation claim is going to be handled by a different system with some different remedies against your employer. And then you're going to have different claims in that personal injury action against the owner of the dog. Generally, so long as that dog bite occurred arising out of in the course of your employment, that's going to be a type of injury that's covered by that workers' compensation carrier. Proving negligence against the dog owner can be challenging, especially if that dog has not shown any prior aggression. But if that dog has, then you can also proceed with a third-party claim against the owner of the dog. Now, some folks think, well, does this mean I get two different recoveries with two different results? And the answer is, while there's two different recoveries, just know that generally there would be the workers' compensation claim would have a right to be reimbursed from that third-party claim. So there's a chance that may be what your attorney was talking about, saying whatever we recover may have to go back to your employer as a part of that workers' compensation claim.
I think really to wrap all this up, just give a little bit of advice. Why should people, participate in this? Just really quick, we got a couple seconds here.
All right, yeah, you should participate because it's a great service. It's an opportunity for us to serve you and to answer your legal questions without any kind of forms, without any kind of fees, and to get you the information you need to make the best decisions for you.
Awesome. Well, that is on Friday. We will be covering it. You can find all the details about it on our website, WFNYnews2.com.